Okay, this is a reading for Leo. We've done a Celtic cross, just trying to get an idea. Getting a general it's a general message, so take it or leave it for what you got. Just try to take, what applies to your story, and anything that doesn't apply to your story, just leave it behind. You don't listen to anything or hold on to anything. This, being a general message, is just going to be for as many people can take from it that can. So you don't want to, if you hear something that really just isn't fitting in with your story, just take that as it's not for you. But basically, what we're starting off with is, for our issue right now, for Leo, is you got Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords. But for this one, we're seeing it looks like to me so far that you had some kind of battle going on. Maybe at work, maybe in your romance life, maybe with family, anything, whatever your story is, you got some kind of battle going on, and what you're doing right now, your issue is you're walking away with it, but maybe it's not the best way that you want to do it. And for your immediate situation, you got the Three of Swords right over this. So right away, we got, that's why I'm thinking it's some kind of battle, so some kind of conflict, or something that's not an easy situation to deal with, but you're having to, it is what it is situation. So you're handling it, and the way you're handling it, it looks like you're doing it on your own. Maybe you were working with a group of people at one time, or maybe you had these people that you were trying to make everything right with. That's what I'm feeling is, this isn't how it has always been, but right now you're walking away and you're leaving some things behind, and it looks like you're taking some stuff with you. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of a hypothetical for you. Like maybe you say you built a business with a group of people, and then you decide, hey, I don't want to do it with these people anymore. So you have to do a little fight about it, and you're going to take your part of the business with you. You're going to, this is just an example. You can put that in any way, shape or form. If it's romance, then maybe you and a group of friends are going after the same girl, and you said, hey, all's fair in love and war, so I'm gonna take this girl and run. But you're running, and you're leaving behind some people, and it's not. And the reason I use the example of romance is because you got Three of Swords here, which usually for me it's there's a third party situation. Well, it's always a third party situation, but this one's sticking out for sure as something to the heart. But it's not always romantic. That can be, people can be very passionate about their work too. So it could be about your work, and it was a hard decision for you to make, and there's someone in it that's getting hurt. It seems like, or you got to put that in your own story. Like, it's not always that big of a thing. It's not like you're breaking someone's heart or something like that, but someone's not going to be happy in this situation. So, and then at your foundation, you have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands right now is showing me that it's fast moving, everything's coming in. But to me, I ask Spirit, and there's Spirit saying it's everything. This isn't just one situation. The foundation mean that this is the reason why you've had to make this tough decision. Is everything in your life is just flying in now. Your business is coming in, your love life is coming in, your family's coming together, bills are being taken care of. I got to build my house, got to take care of the kids, got to do everything big in your life. It's all flying in right now. So that's the foundation. Is, hey, the world, the universe, God is showing me that it's all coming right now. It's all happening right now. It's all happening really fast. So I have to make some hard decisions, and the hard decision you've made is to take a little bit of a conflict of, whatever your story is. It's just not easy, and there's someone that's getting, not feel great about it. In your past, you have, and this makes sense. That's why I'm not sure exactly if it's talking about like a work situation or a romance situation or what. But in your past, it's showing you got the Six of Pentacles, which it's looking to me like it talks about like charity, and um, I want to say like you're struggling with, in your past you struggled with financial issues, or something where it wasn't your life. You were trying to build this abundance in some shape or form. So like, say in your business you wanted to make more money or something like that. So because in your past you were not successful and what you wanted to accomplish. So that's what you're trying to get away from, and right up into your um, what could be. You got your Empress. That's why it's mixing together the two stories. It's not saying one way or another. So it very well, they either could be combined, your love life or your business. But I'm getting both here. I'm getting it's about work and your financial situation and your romantic life. I don't know how that works out for you, but in your what could be is your Empress. It's showing that you're looking for your Empress. So I get either way. We're talking about masculine energy going towards the feminine energy, but that doesn't matter. We're not talking about gender here in tarot. We don't judge feminine or masculine and feminine by gender, but whoever's the masculine energy, that's the one. The masculine energy is the one dealing with the situation. So what you're going towards is your Empress. So that's why I think it's a little bit of both. It seems like it's a little bit of both. You're somehow your business or your coin is connected with your heart, your love situation. So hopefully not, but it seems like it probably is the third party situation. It seems like whoever the person you're dealing with now or something like that is not, it's going to end up heartbroken probably, more like that. Unless it's, it could go many different ways. I'm kind of beating around the bush because, you hate to, it seems like here there's someone that you've been dealing with that, you don't want to hurt them, but it seems like it's going to end up hurting them the way you're choosing to go forward with this. But, in life we do these things, so. And it looks like from everything we got here going all the way into it, it looks like you're making the right decision. And I'll get to that in just a minute. But in your immediate future, you got the Queen of Wands. You're heading towards your Empress. That's what could be. Your Empress is like, talking about your feminine energy, the person, that being, think of it literally like an Empress, like your queen, that's what you're going towards. But right after that, for your immediate future, you have your Queen of Wands. And for the Queen of Wands, I was asking. I wasn't sure exactly who it was talking about. So I asked them to clarify, and we came out with the Hermit. So the Hermit can talk about two different things. One, you could be dealing with a Virgo. Hermit is the card of Virgo. But the other thing about Hermit is it's what it talks about, just contemplation, sitting in your own energy, trying to figure out everything you want to do. And so maybe this person is someone that you can do that with just the two of you. Is showing it's something in a concealed environment for the two of you that it seems like with all this, with your first card, showing that you have that conflict. I'm seeing there's a lot of outside influence that seems to be mixing up your head. And that's why you've had to make this choice, because you've had so much swords in this beginning here, that so much fighting going on, that you're not able to make a clear, concise decision. And so you've had to make this tough decision, going ahead and fighting for what you want. You're trying to get away from being broke all the time. You're trying to get away from worrying about money, worrying about all this stuff. And it also it talks about charity too, and charitable actions and that sort of thing. So maybe that's a problem that you're dealing with. Maybe the person you're dealing with now isn't really, that's not the focus on their mind. Maybe you're going towards something new, like I don't know, maybe your business, I don't know, you can look at it in a million different examples, but something, obviously the person you're with now you're not meshing, so you're going towards something else that's going to lead you to your abundance and whatever that means for you. And then right up to your fear. Your fear is showing, you got the Six of Cups here. The Six of Cups and your fear. So Six of Cups usually talks about something from your past. So are your maybe a childhood situation or something like that. And I'm not really sure what it's talking about there. Let's see here. Hang on just a second. Let me ask for clarification on that. In your fear. Let's see here. Spirit, clarification on the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. One more. Okay, maybe these are friends from your past. Let's see, one more. One more for clarification on the Six of Cups. Maybe friends that you've had since childhood. You know, a group of friends. We got the Page of Wands, and usually that's like a card of celebration. But in this situation, it's, to me, maybe a group of people you used to party with or something like that. Because right after, um, your fear, you got the Devil card, and Devil card could represent Capricorn, if maybe, but it also, well, if you're looking at it like the general influence of the Devil, in a common view of it, is that negative things going on in your life, the typical, if you're looking at it as it is, as the Devil card, it's that you're tied to some things that aren't good for you, whether it be addiction or spending too much money, or having sex too much, that you shouldn't do, just anything negative that you shouldn't be doing. And so, to me, in this situation, it's looking like there's something because in your fear it talks about something from your childhood or your past, your youth, and then it's saying you're looking to spirit for guidance, and it's still talking about all that celebration. So that's really what I'm seeing here, and the spirit's telling me that's what it is. So maybe you have a history of partying too much or something like that, and like I said, and it can go a million different ways. It might not be partying. It could be spending too not wisely. However, whatever, something negative that isn't helping your growth. So, and the Devil is what's influencing it, and so let's see here. In your hopes and dreams, you got the Ten of Wands, which is that's what I was saying. It's all coming together beautiful. It seems like you're making the right decision, because what you're going towards. We'll just go all the way to the end. It goes to your outcome. Your outcome is your Ten of Cups. So if you don't know about Ten of Cups is everything. It's everything you can possibly want. Your perfect marriage, your perfect jobs, being connected to spirit, listening to your intuition, everything beautiful. It's your perfect Christmas morning. It's everything you get, and that's your outcome. So what you're doing here is heading towards exactly what you want. So it's uncomfortable energy for sure. Right at the beginning, it's uncomfortable, but that's a lot of times, almost all the time, when to get to our Ten of Cups, we have to go through something uncomfortable. And so that's it, but that's exactly what you're doing right now. What you're dealing with is going through that, being uncomfortable. And my hopes and prayers for you is that it's not just miserable for you, and it doesn't seem like it is. It just seems like it's one of these difficult things to work through. But I'm trying to see, let's see if there's any advice right now. You know what, and I forgot to mention in the beginning, we started off with the overall energy of Page of Pentacles. So this, in a broad aspect, it can be, let's say a young man that just graduated college, and he's having, he went through college, and he's, he did all that hard work, but while he was in college, he was partying and stuff like that. A Page of Pentacles is someone that's ready to do the grown man work. He's ready to start his job. He's graduated college. You had all that fun and stuff like that. But now it's time to get to work. You graduated. You got to prove to mom and dad they didn't throw away all that money. So it's that you're telling yourself here now, and this story keeps coming back. So I think this, at least for one person, this might be a very specific message for one person. But you can take any of these messages and flip them into your story. And that's what I mean. Take what works for you, and the rest just leave it behind. But for a specific one, at least, but for a specific group of people, more than likely, we're talking about just life growth, growing up and doing what you have to do to get to your Ten of Cups, because you're mature enough now to realize that, hey, your ten of Cups is right there, and it's not even that far away. It looks like it doesn't look like it's that far away. You just have to do this tough stuff of, and that's hard. As you mature, you'll see. If you're a young man, you'll see that there, and your grandmother, your grandfather, everyone wise that has spent some time on this planet realizes that there are going to be friends that come into your life. They're there for a season. Some are going to be there forever, but we always have to let go of people at some point to continue our growth. So it seems like that's what you're going through, for at least for a specific group of people right now. You're having to make some choices to get to your Ten of Cups. You want everything that you've worked hard for. You want it, so you're having to make some tough choices. And romance is, going back to the example of like someone graduating college. Romance could be part of that, but a lot of times what it is, more often than not, is you've got this group of people in a situation that you've been in for a while, and sometimes a partner would be part of that. But your life's growing, you're changing, you're moving, so you're having to make tough decisions. Maybe you have been, and I'll ask Spirit, it's a possibility that you've been given an opportunity. So, a lot of times people get job opportunities right after college. And right after college, and you'll have to make a decision. But I got this girl that I'm in love with. We were talking about marriage. We were going to have kids and stuff. But you couldn't see into the future, so you don't know. So now you're being faced with, I have to make a decision. I'm going to go. Am I going to stay? Am I going to do the long distance relationship thing? Am I going to do all that? And it's looking to me that you're not. You're not going to. And as I said before, if you need a little, some cheerleading, you need someone to give you some hope that you're making the right decision. In your outcome, you have the ten of Cups. So I would say yes, you are. And these decisions are never easy. They're never easy. They're never comfortable. So, you got my prayers with you, but just know in the outcome, you have, your perfect picture. And also, what you're combating here is devil energy. You can look at, it's not always, the devil card isn't always negative, but in this circumstance it is. It's talking about something that is not beneficial to your life. And that's the thing. That's why I don't love, in the traditional tarot deck, I don't love the devil card, because it just reminds me of like church and religion and that sort of stuff, and talking about the devil living in hell. But it's just supposed to be a symbol. Like, it's a symbol of, when we're talking about our Ten of Cups, you're looking at your highest self, your best version of who you could possibly be. There is something negative to that aspect. And if it is, a group of friends that aren't, encouraging you in the way you need to be, there's something that's standing in the way of your highest self. And you've identified that. So that's why I can see, and that's why Spirit has given you a Ten of Cups in your outcome, because you're doing what every parent hopes their children do. I keep going back to this. That's why there must be at least one person, if not a group of people, that we're talking about this specific, young people growing up. But you can use this in a million different ways. So, but it's all looking great in your hopes and dreams. You got a really great hopeful. I look at the Ten of Wands, like, Wands is talking about like your magic, your everything. Let's say you went to medical school, and now you know how to be the best doctor on the planet. You're taking all that knowledge, you're taking all the magic that you've created in your life and up until this point, and it's all yours. You got it right there with you, and you're walking away. You're walking towards it, but it's all coming with you. All the important stuff, all that magic, all that spiritual growth, and all that knowledge, all that stuff, you're taking it all with you, and you're heading towards your Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups, just in all this, this whole story it's just kind of telling you what you're going through. But the thing I would take from this one and hold on from is the outcome. The outcome is really, do this however you want to do it, battle with it however you want to do it, but your outcome is your Ten of Cups, and that is the best part of the story here, is you got everything that you're working towards. And it looks like, to me, that's why I'm kind of like not really mentioning the rest of it too much, because it just seems like stuff that every person has to go through. So let's see if there's any advice right now. Let's see here. see. Yeah. You're gonna be alright. This is a tough one. It seems like you're gonna be dealing with that good old heartbreak that people talk about. Trust me, I know this story all too well, but you got the Three of Swords. So, let's see. That's going to be the first part of your advice. The message Spirit's given is that when you do deal with this, when you have to say goodbye, when you have to, do that, just know that it's something that we all go through. That many of us have gone through. If you're lucky, you don't go through it, but then now you're missing out in love in your life. Spirit's saying, do the work, do what you have to do to get through that heartbreak. Take some time, go on a trip and take some time to yourself, talk to Spirit, see all the crows. This person's going away in a ship, leaving somewhere, but all this, and then Spirit is the crows. To me, in this image, the crows are representing Spirit. And you got the Spirit is pulling the ship, so it's taking you where you need to go. In the back, they're watching where you're headed, they're watching behind what you left behind, but all around you, you're surrounded by Spirit. You're not in the happiest of moods, but you're not going to be. There are so many times in life where these things aren't easy. You're not supposed to be happy. I'm sure you love this person, and it's not supposed to be easy to say goodbye to people we love. So you're having to go through that. But Spirit's just telling you, here with your Knight of Wands come up after that, remember what you've learned, even though it looks like you're saying goodbye to some bad habits or something like that, but maybe that's going to be part of how you're going to say goodbye to those bad habits. Just balance, have some balance in your life. The things, how did you really enjoy? Maybe, say, like a lot of us do in college, we'll stick with that example. In college, we drink too much in college, that's how we have fun. We drink, but really what is the fun part of it? When you get some time alone, you're going to think back, what was actually fun? It's being with your friends. It was, if you went to a concert, it was listening to music. So Spirit's just advising you, and it seems like you've already figured out for yourself, is you're leaving the negative parts behind. The stuff that was influenced by the devil energy. Leave that stuff behind, but don't forget the stuff that is healthy for you, and that's what's going to help you when you're going through this. This is the advice here. You're going to be you got some heartbreak going on, whatever it is. Maybe it's just saying goodbye to college. Maybe it's just saying goodbye to a job that you're in. Maybe it's saying goodbye to a home that you've lived in for years. Whatever it is, and you're going through this thing, but you got Spirit guiding your whole way, and Spirit saying your answer, your advice is to remember to find the happy. Do the things that make yourself laugh. Go see some comedy show or something like that. Watch the shows you like to do. Call the people that the people in your family or your friends that you're not, the people that like I said, some people are in for a season, some are for your whole life. Those ones that you already know are going to be there for your whole life. Call them, lean on them, tell them, cry, laugh, do all that stuff. That is going to be the only answer to this heartbreak. And the more that you can do this, no matter how hard or how dark it gets, the more that you can do that, the faster and easier you're going to end up to your 10 of Cups. But like I said, the biggest piece of advice is your outcome. Just keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. You know what you're going towards. It's there. It's just what we do. What we all do is, how long is it going to take us to get there? We sit in our depressions. We sit in our addictions. We sit in everything. How long is it going to take us to get there? The Spirit's advice is, to make it a little bit easier on yourself, just remember how to celebrate, enjoy, do the things. And you can see there's a horse in the background there. So maybe it's, I don't know, maybe for some person you enjoy horseback riding. Who knows? You never know. But whatever that is, maybe, it could represent like a motorcycle, something. It's just showing excitement, just, being youthful and enjoying, but you're a mature person there. But again, another thing I'm seeing right now is this person's on their own. So you don't see a big group of people here. So maybe that's just a part of your growth right now. You're figuring out how to enjoy life, how to, not use all these, all these people that you're having to battle with and all that sort of thing. Don't worry about them right now. There will, these things all go full circle. There'll be, the time will come that you'll have all your people, all your friends, all your, all that kind of stuff again. But right now, you're learning how to just enjoy yourself. So it all looks really good. So overall, it's a really great reading. But again, this was for Leo. So Take it or leave it. Don't just, that's who I asked Spirit about, was for Leo. But if you're watching this message, if you've got something from it, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't, most readers out there will explain to you and will tell you, like, the sign is just kind of a starting point for us. It's not, you don't have to be a Leo. If you're watching this video, if it's meant something to you, if it sounds like your story, it's for you. Who knows? If you're really that interested in astrology, go talk to an astrologist, and I bet you somewhere there's Leo in your chart, so you never know. But more than anything, it's just something drew you to Leo, so here you are. But I hope it helped you out today, and that's what we got for you. Have a good night.